Peonage, also known as debt slavery, was a widespread practice in the South during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In Alabama, it was part of a broader system of racial and economic exploitation following the end of legal slavery. Peonage involved forcing individuals to work to pay off debts, often under coercive and exploitative conditions. It was a form of involuntary servitude and a violation of the 13th Amendment. African Americans, especially after Reconstruction, were disproportionately targeted. They were arrested on minor or fabricated charges, fined, and then leased out to private landowners, businesses, or farms to work off their debts. Workers endured harsh, brutal conditions with long hours, inadequate food, and no legal recourse. Many were subjected to violence, and deaths from overwork, disease, or mistreatment were common. In the early 20th century, the U.S. Department of Justice launched investigations into peonage practices in Alabama. The investigations were prompted by reports of systemic abuses and the persistence of quasi-slavery. Key cases, such as the John Pace peonage case, highlighted the brutality of the system. Pace, a plantation owner in Alabama, was charged with holding African Americans in debt servitude and mistreating them. Many African American laborers who died under peonage were buried in unmarked graves, as there was no effort to honor or document their lives. While no official mass graves have been uncovered, oral histories and archival research suggest the existence of burial sites near former labor camps, plantations, and convict lease sites. Increased federal scrutiny and legal action, coupled with the exposure of the peonage system in media and courts, led to its decline by the mid-20th century. However, remnants of the system persisted in different forms, such as sharecropping and tenant farming. Known peonage sites in Alabama include Tuscaloosa County, known for John Pace's operations, Dallas County and Perry County with high concentrations of sharecropping, and tenant farming transitioned into peonage, and Bibb County, with documented cases of African Americans being coerced into labor through debt. Many victims remain unidentified, with limited historical efforts to locate these graves. Advocacy groups, historians, and descendants of peonage victims are working to preserve the history and honor those who suffered under the system. Some former plantations, convict lease camps, and other areas have been marked for historical purposes, but more research is needed to document the full extent of peonage in Alabama. Peonage in Alabama exemplifies the systemic racial and economic oppression that followed the abolition of slavery, serving as a chilling reminder of the nation's complex history.